This is the only video you need to watch to finally focus on what truly matters. Whether it's your work, your studies, or even your workouts, your mind needs to be sharp. But let's be real. Staying focused has become a daily battle. One moment, you're deep in an important project. The next, you spent 5 minutes scrolling through Instagram. 15 minutes later, you're lost in the YouTube rabbit hole. And an hour later, you look at the clock thinking, where did my time go? If that sounds familiar, take a breath. You're not alone, and most importantly, you're not the problem. Your brain is. It's still running on a 300,000-year-old software. But here's the good news. It's totally upgradable. There is a tool backed by scientific research that can significantly improve your ability to focus. And in just one session, it's not magic, it's neuroscience. There's a huge difference between average people and those who perform at genius levels. And no, it's not IQ. It's not raw talent either. The difference is the ability to maintain deep focus. We call this unstoppable focus. While most people bounce from task to task like hyper monkeys, high performers train their brains to sustain attention. And here's the powerful secret. Focus is a neuroplastic skill, which means it can be trained. But before I show you how, I need to share a hard truth. Our brains weren't made for the modern world. They were shaped on the African savanna, where strange noises meant food or danger. Novelty was rare. Today, that same ancient radar is under siege 24 hours. Every day, notifications, endless feeds, dances, memes, drama, it's non-stop stimulus. In social media, they're basically tiny dopamine machines. Every like, every notification, every scroll, small chemical explosions. The result? Addiction. And like any addiction, you need more and more for the same high. Over time, slower tasks, reading, studying, solving problems, or even having a conversation, start to feel boring. Your brain forgets how to enjoy the simple things. Want proof? While reading this, how many times have you thought about checking Instagram, WhatsApp, or your eyes? In fact, predict where your attention will go before you consciously decide. First, your eyes move. Then your brain follows. That's why you glance at your phone, even without a notification. Pure neuroscience. Now think with me. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Galileo, Copernicus. These geniuses lived during the Renaissance. No Google, no ChatGPT, no YouTube, no podcasts, no digital libraries. Yet they revolutionized humanity. Today, we have access to infinitely more information, but produced with far less depth. What's the difference? They lived in a state of attention that's almost impossible for us now. Leonardo da Vinci would spend 30 minutes observing a single leaf. Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel lying on his back for years. Isaac Newton had the gravity in sight by watching an apple fall. Bored but present. They lived integrated. We live fragmented, but we can change that. The biggest myth about focus is thinking it as a straight line. Just sit and concentrate for hours. But attention comes in waves. Focus works thanks to norepinephrine released in pulses from a structure in the brain. So if your mind wanders, it's not a failure. It's biology. The key is sustaining attention long enough to trigger what scientists call long-term potentiation. When your brain literally learns, it's about strengthening connections between neurons, like gym workouts but for the mind. Often, the problem isn't a lack of focus, it's focusing too hard on the wrong things that causes attention lapses, like zooming in on something trivial and missing the big picture. Training panoramic focus is essential, expanding awareness, widening your gaze, dilating your attention, but it doesn't stop there. There is a dangerous cycle at play. Chronic distraction gives rising, anxiety gives emptiness, gives more distraction, then repeat. Result, you feel drained, unproductive, and disconnected. Like your brain is training every day, but to get weaker, not stronger. Here's the good news. There's a proven way to reverse this. Roger Bannister was the first man to run a mile in under 4 minutes. Everyone said it was impossible. A month later, other runners broke his record. What changed? The belief that it was possible. The same applies to focus. If you believe you can, your brain starts acting differently. Science has already proven that just 15 minutes of silent practice can reprogram your attention circuit. It's not spiritual meditation. It's pure attention training. Here's the protocol. Step 0. Low dopamine. Morning, no phone when you wake up. Hydrate. Embrace silence, reading, or reflection. This prepares your brain and prevents early dopamine spikes that sabotage your focus all day. Step 1. Interoceptive training. Sit down, close your eyes. Direct your attention to your breath and internal sensations. This calibrates your inner attention radar. Step 2. Total elimination. When it's time to work, phone away, notifications off, clean space. Biologically, we can only focus on one complex thing at a time. Step 3. Sustain focus during your work block. Gently bring your attention back whenever it wanders. This strengthens the brain regions responsible for focus. Just like doing reps at the gym. Step 4. Strategic breaks after intense blocks. Take 10 to 20 minute breaks. During that time, your brain keeps practicing and consolidating what you just trained, even without conscious effort. Practicing this protocol improves working memory, reduces attention, lapses, prevents cognitive decline, and even boosts overall well-being and lowers anxiety. Practicing on alternate days is even more effective than once-a-week-long sessions. Remember, focus is not a gift, it's a skill. Your brain has 86 billion neurons waiting for direction. The method is in your hands. The science is on your side, the choice is yours. Will you spend another day jumping from branch to branch? Or will you use a few minutes to transform your mind, like a genius would? In the end, the question isn't, can I focus? The real question is, what am I missing by not focusing? How many brilliant ideas have you missed while scrolling? How many deep conversations stayed shallow because your mind was elsewhere? How many real moments of presence got lost in a sea of notifications? You're not lazy, you're not naturally distracted. You just live in a world designed to pull you away from the now. But now you know that, and that changes everything. Your brain is plastic, your focus is trainable. Your presence is recoverable. You don't need more time. You just need to be fully present in the time you already have. And that, my friends, is what separates those living on autopilot from those who awaken to their own lives. If you want to focus like a genius, you have to begin like a learner, because in the end, focus isn't about doing more. It's about living better, and you're just one practice away from that.